This will be episode 138 for you guys today. Once my co-host join in today's episode, we'll go ahead and get episode 138 started for you guys. What's up, Kurt?
What's going on? What's going on, man?
Not much, man. Gonna be a little stressful talking about football today.
Yeah, we already knew it, man. We knew it was coming. You know what I mean? Deep down in your heart, you knew what was going to happen, too.
I mean, it happens, but like not this soon and not the way that I did. I did not see that happening, man.
I said Jordan Love going to get y'all the business, and he going to love y'all up some more, man.
Well, it sure did, because that type of love, I wish we had that type of love, But
Man, tell Robin to come on, man.
yeah, I'm about to retext him saying, "Come on." So what do you think? While we're waiting for them, you think any chance of an upset with the Ravens this weekend?
I mean, we did see a couple upsets, but like, man, I don't see it happening because it's just you. Lamar is so locked in right now, and you can tell. And he's just gonna. The whole team is gonna feed off his energy, bro, and what he's bringing.
I feel that. What's up, Fred?
How y'all doing?
What's going on, Fred?
Here comes Rob. Yeah, when we start, I know I'll let y'all go first, but I gotta go first.
Hey, I feel it. It was a hard weekend for you, brother.
Yeah, it was horrible.
Yeah,
I ain't never experienced no pain like this. What's up, Rob?
What's up? How good is it?
I was telling them, man, when we start, I gotta go first because there's some pain I gotta get off my chest.
Oh, I know you got a lot of pain, my friend.
A lot.
Yeah,
a lot.
Plenty of it.
Oh,
that's pain spelled LOVE.
Oh snap! Somebody said Ravens losing Saturday. I'm calling it.
Damn.
Dang, wait, start.
Don't worry about him. He a weak ass Commodore fan. He be talking crazy.
Oh,
Commodore.
Yeah.
Dang, we ain't even start yet. The shade getting thrown.
See that?
Yeah, somebody said Ravens losing Saturday. I'm calling it with several explanation points. But
yeah, all right.
That's where we'll go ahead and get started. All right, hey guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. This is your host Thomas Sire from Onthehop Podcast. Today, this will be episode 138 for you guys. Today, I'm joined by my co-hosts Curtis Green, Fred Harris, and Rob Sarasulo. So this will be episode 138 for you guys. We're kicking things off to talk about the Dallas Cowboys and Green Bay Packers game summary. So, yeah, like I told y'all, I got to go first. I normally let y'all go first, but this pain has been growing on me since Sunday. But, yeah, this Cowboys-Packers outcome, this is getting ridiculous at this point. And, Rob, you know firsthand I said that the Cowboys will go as far as Dak Prescott and Mike McCarthy will take them this year. And when it was time for them to take flight, when it was time for the train to leave the station, the train ran out of coal right before the game started because there was no fight, no urgency, nothing out of this team. You let a team that is 25 years of age, their age average, our age, hang 48 points on you, and you were the juggernaut of the NFL at Jerry's World. You let the Green Bay Packers hang 48 points on you. And the fact that Jimmy Johnson was more fired up at being a Fox analyst during halftime than the Dallas Cowboys were for four-quarter show, that this team is just allergic to championships. This team is just used to being where they are on a yearly basis. And Dak Prescott played at an all-pro level all year long. The minute the playoff starts, he gets the nickname. He showed up that he was the Black Kirk Cousins. There's no and, ifs, or buts about his decision. His playmaking was horrible all night long. And Mike McCarthy has brought the Cowboys to going 12-5, 12-5, 12-5, 3 straight seasons, but you have no conference championship appearances to show for it, no Super Bowl championships to show for it, nothing. So you might as well just go 8-9 and miss the playoffs than going 12-5 3 years in a row with nothing to show for on a yearly basis. Mike McCarthy should be fired right now. It's 7:24 p.m. on a Wednesday night that we're doing this episode. This man still is employed with being the Dallas Cowboys head coach. I think Dan Quinn should be fired. As great as he's done for our defense, he had shown no adjustments in that game. And Jordan Love, he, like y'all did say, he did show us love, man. I got to give it to him. He had a perfect passer rating of 158.3. Aaron Jones had 3 rushing touchdowns, but Dan Quinn played he called a horrible game because why are you having the defense playing zone coverage? The Dallas Cowboys have played in man coverage all year long. You have 6 defensive backs on the field for several plays of the game when you know they're going to run it in right down your throats like they did the whole entire game. Boxes and being loaded. And on the fact that we gave up 48 points and a total of 54 snaps is horrible. So I think at this point, whenever Jerry Jones comes out of evaluation, Mike McCarthy should be gone. Let Dan Quinn walk. Let him be a head coach elsewhere in the NFL. Dak Prescott, I'll give him a pass. I will say listen, he gets a pass for his year. But if we cut him or trade him, we're not going to get anything out of it. So you might as well ride with Dak for one more year and let his contract expire. But McCarthy, Dan Quinn's got to go. What are your thoughts on that? They got to go.
I'll go first. Those points that you had, Tom, that I agree with, the points that you had that I don't agree with. Say that y'all are the juggernaut of the NFL.
No, at home.
Right. Cool. That sounds cool. That sounds good. That sounds wonderful. But y'all beat up on shitty teams. Like, you have a handful of actual quality wins underneath your belt. Like,
we beat that. Hold on. We beat that. This is what I'm talking about. All right, listen. When I say juggernaut, for having the longest streak at home, we haven't lost a home game up until Sunday from going all the way back to week 1 of 2022. So
right.
you win.
How many teams in that homestand did you play that were above 500? Like 2?
This
3?
year?
Yeah.
Well, we beat the Eagles. Okay. They was 500.
Right.
The Seahawks was 500 when we played them.
Okay.
The Lions was 500 when we played them. I'm not going to count the Rams because when we played them, they were 3-5 at the time. All right, so you got
4 teams.
You got 3. 4. Yeah.
3. I'll give you 4. 4 teams. Bro.
Yeah.
No. Okay, first off, the Eagles, divisional matchup. Those go either way. That was a good win by y'all, divisional matchup. Who else you say? The Rams. I mean, you already said they were below 500. Who else was it?
Yeah, when we played them.
Yeah. Who else was it?
Seattle. They were above 500.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I was about to say. Who's the last one?
And the Lions.
The Lions are a good team. So you have the Eagles and the Lions, which are actually 2 quality wins. The Rams were sputtering at the beginning of the season, and the Seahawks are the Seahawks. I mean, you get what you get when you got Geno Smith. It was a wild card year last year. He's not that guy. So back to my main point. Juggernaut or a bully on shitty teams? I mean, because y'all consistently, y'all will whoop up on a bad team. Y'all do blow out a bad
That's
team. And
what
I
you're
feel
supposed
like,
to do, though.
no, you're right. That's 110% what you're supposed to do. And I get it. You can only play the games that they put in front of you. But to call yourself the juggernaut of the NFL or the juggernaut of your road, your home stand, or whatever, fuck Jerry World. The juggernaut of whatever you got going on over there is bullshit. All right. On the Dak Prescott. Wow. MVP? Question mark.
Whoa, hey. Right, we're talking regular season.
You're
Now.
right.
This is
You're right.
that's
But
a
that goes
regular
back to my
season
first
award.
point. Are you beating up on? And like I said, the first time we started talking about Dak, we had the other dude from Chicago from the Run Podcast. Dak is a
Manny.
garbage time quarterback. He will show out in garbage time, brother.
Who are you talking about, Dak?
I'm talking about Dak. I'm talking about Dak.
Oh
Prescott.
yeah. We saw that. That's why I said I'm not
garbage
counting his
time
stats.
quarterback.
He played bad.
I'm pretty sure he still had 350 passing yards.
I'm not counting that. Them came when we was down 42-6.
That's what I mean.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I'm not
He
counting
threw the
that.
ball. He threw the ball like 60 times.
Yeah, I'm not counting. I'm counting what he did when it was 42-16.
Yeah.
When you basically it don't matter no more.
The defense, man. I thought where was Michael Parsons at?
Bro, he was insane. I'm telling you, the game plan was. We played man-to-man all year long, and then you see out of all the receivers you play all year long, you play A.J. Brown, St. Brown. You play some elite wide receivers all year long. You play man-to-man coverage on. But you get beat, you get beat.
And then you give
when
up
you see
150 yards to Romeo Doubs.
That's what I'm saying. When you see Romeo Doubs out of all the wide receivers you play all year long, you now decide to play soft coverage. You now decide to play 5-10 yards back.
I don't get that. And I mean, from the first snap of the game, Jordan Love was just walking the defense down the field, just walking.
Man was slinging that fucker.
He was definitely. I mean, they came out with a good game plan. They executed well, and it just seemed like the Cowboys didn't. Aaron Jones as well. Aaron Jones was just running amok on you guys. 3 touchdowns. Lord knows how many actual rushing yards. I know he had over 100. Like 120, 118 actually, 3 touchdowns, just actual workhorse. I mean, it was just. But the crazy thing is, though, out of half, I had a chance to come back. I'm pretty sure Jordan Love threw that last touchdown. I know that it was over. It was over.
I knew when
he put the dagger in your back.
When he threw that pick 6 before halftime, that was a KO punch. I knew it was over at that point.
The crazy thing is, the first pick that he threw to Jair Alexander, that was just a good play by Jair Alexander. A little bit of PI, but it was just a good play by him.
Yeah.
That second one was bad.
Mm-hmm.
He was nowhere close to being open.
Yeah.
He threw it in triple coverage. Donald Savage got to walk to the end zone. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So Dak needs. I disagree with you keeping Dak. I mean,
I don't want to keep him, but like, we have no choice. Basically, we're like, because we lose money if we keep them.
Draft a quarterback. Get ready for the future, Tom, because Dak is not like that in the clutch. He's not like that in the playoffs. He gets garbage time yards, beats up on bad teams, just like Fred was saying. You know, it's when he's in a clutch or pressure situation, I feel like he doesn't come through. You know, he did have like an outside chance to make it interesting at least, but it just seemed like he was spazzing on the field, like he was just freaking out. Like it just seemed like he just like didn't know where he was at.
Also,
like
the connection with CeeDee Lamb and Dak, it
was not there.
The
whole game.
Not there.
The minute I'm gonna tell you exactly what happened with that. The minute CeeDee Lamb, I think it was the first ball that Dak threw to him, and Jair Alexander was following him. The minute that Jair Alexander tapped CeeDee Lamb like on the back, like on his back plate, like when he tried to go up for the ball, you already knew CeeDee Lamb didn't really want any parts of Jair Alexander. That's sad to say, but the production that he had all year long, it's like Dak was trying to give him the ball, but his throws weren't good. But it was on both sides. Like CeeDee Lamb, he wasn't. If you wanted to make something happen, you need to go over there to Mike McCarthy the way you beg for the ball all year long and tell him, I need to get involved in the game plan, like he did after the blowout to the San Francisco.
Yeah, he just didn't show up. It definitely looked like he didn't want to be there. He wanted to take an early trip to Cancun. I mean, that's what it looked like to me.
Yo, what?
You know the average age of the players on the Green Bay offense, right? It's the youngest in the league, by the way. Try and take a guess at what that number might be.
25 is our age, bro.
Yeah, they're literally our age, 5.
Hey, it's a young man sport.
Romeo Dobbs was
It showed.
Romeo Dobbs was absolutely 95 or 94, and he 8 catches. He was going stupid. Aaron with the Triple Crown, Jordan Love, showing hints of a franchise quarterback in there. I'm not. He's been really good. It just told me that Tommy DeVito can beat Jordan Love, but Dak Prescott can't beat Jordan Love in the playoffs. How does that work?
I wish I knew.
You got an answer to that?
Rob just had to bring up Tommy DeVito, didn't he?
I mean, I did, right? Because
he was waiting on that.
I mean,
he was waiting to bring up Tommy DeVito.
It's true though.
It is true.
Like Dak can't beat a 7 seed in the wild card. Like, come on, bro. I'm sorry, Tom, but like that game,
the truth.
That game was bad. It was bad. I expected it to at least be a good game, and
that was nowhere near close.
If there was a blowout, I was expecting y'all to blow them out. But nope.
I definitely did not expect the opening drive for them to just walk them down and score a touchdown so easily.
No.
Like that, man.
That was a good script by Matt LaFleur, but yeah, it comes down to coaching when you have the game, the pace of the game is going. You got Matt LaFleur, who's proven that he's been decent, a good coach up to this point in his NFL career. They got this is the craziest thing, right? Because if by the end of the week, Mike McCarthy could potentially be fired by the Packers twice because of the Packers twice. He already got fired by the Packers to begin with, and then you might get fired from getting blown out by the Packers. So you might get fired because of the same team twice in your NFL career.
That's crazy.
That's crazy when you think about it.
That is wild.
You can't show his face in Green Bay no more.
Kurt, what's your thoughts on this game?
So I gotta give it to you raw, pause. But that's what they did. I ain't gonna lie to you. They just bent you over the whole game.
Took him back to the back of the shed.
Yeah, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. Looking at the stat line for this and just like watching the game, Jordan Love looked way better than your boy Dak. You know what I mean?
That's so bad. And that's so sad.
It is like you supposed to be, this quarterback that everyone is praising. Oh, Dak Prescott is so good. Nah. MVP my ass. It didn't look like it. I'm just saying. Like, and then the fact is, like Fred said, you got who? Romeo Dobbs? Who? You said who now is out here getting 100-some yards? That's what you telling me? Y'all couldn't box this man? And the whole thing is, I don't know, man. It's just real rough for y'all. I don't see how they even named this team America's team. I'm just saying.
It's because of Jerry Jones' marketing.
And
that name needs to be broke.
Also, you can't. I know you had nightmares about the boy Devontae Wicks or Diavonte Wicks. I don't know. He's like a 4th, 5th stringer that just popped out of nowhere. Popped off for 2 touchdowns.
Right.
Bro.
Like,
Is that, hold on. What number is he? What number is he? Because if I'm thinking of the play, hold up. Is he a tight end or wide receiver?
No, he's a wide receiver.
Okay. Who's number 89 for the Packers?
I'm pretty sure that's him. I'm pretty that first touchdown. I'm pretty sure he threw to him. That post over the middle.
Bro, you talk about the play where he had Gilmore in a spin cycle?
I don't know.
Man,
sure.
Dontavian Wick. Nice.
It was one
Cut up.
play where, see, that's what I'm talking about, coaching, because you having these guys play so far back. If you having them play in soft coverage or in zone coverage, where is the safety help? There was no safety. If we're talking about the same play where whoever it was went all the way to the left and if Gilmore was following him, then cut all the way to the right, he could.
No, that was Romeo Doubs.
Oh, that was Romeo Doubs.
Yeah, that was Romeo Doubs.
Man, Gilmore looked like he needed to retire when that happened. He always had him on a whole spin cycle, and then by the time he turned his head, he all the way already cutting towards the right side of the field in the end zone. I'm like, dang, yo. But yeah, that's why I said, man, I can't even think about how to say this, but oh yeah, the Pascal Siakam to the Pacers, that was a big trade earlier today.
oh wow.
But yeah, I don't know how. I'm really disgusted because you got countless players that were on the All-Pro team this year. Dak, second team All-Pro. Tulsa man Tyler Smith on the offensive line, All-Pro. Darren Bland on the All-Pro list. How you got all these All-Pros and get worked by a quarterback making his debut in the playoffs? This is not supposed to happen. Or it's like all this talent is being wasted.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same song and dance every year with the Cowboys, though. Like, y'all come in on paper as one of the best teams in the league. I mean, obviously we don't think they're the 49ers, and I don't want to sit on y'all, but the Ravens as also contenders for the best teams in the league. But I mean, the Cowboys are always up there for when you look on paper as one of the best teams in the regular season. It's just when the playoffs come, I don't know. How many wins does Dak have in the playoffs?
Bro, he's 2-5 in the playoffs now. That's unacceptable.
Yeah,
that shit is trash.
5?
Yes, 2-5, bro. You cannot be a damn
threw more picks than he has wins, bro.
You cannot be $160 million quarterback and say, "Oh, what's your playoff record?" "Oh, I'm 2-5." What? Enough is enough. That's why I said I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna read.
How long has Dak been in the league? Is it 8, 9 years?
This next year it'd be 9 years.
9 years.
Damn,
you got 2 playoff wins. You know who else had 2 playoff wins? To that question, that's exactly what I was about to say. The same damn player. Dak Prescott and Tony Romo are the same damn player, bro. You know what Tony Romo's playoff record was? 2-4. You know what Dak's playoff record is? 2-5. Both amazing in the regular season. Tony Romo, we all know he can make magical plays in the regular season. Playoffs.
You got worked by my team.
Come on, bro. And the same thing. Tony Romo, once upon a time, had the number 1 seed. You know who beat them? The Giants, and they went on to win the Super Bowl. Then, once upon a time, Dak Prescott had the number 1 seed. You know who they lost to? The Packers. They're the same. They might as well be the same player, bro. And that's the problem. Jerry Jones, it's like you get rid of one player. Oh, I'm gonna just duplicate the next guy. Get rid of Romo, Dak, the same guy. Oh, I'm gonna get rid of Jason Garrett, a puppet. Then you bring in Mike McCarthy, duplicate him. He's a puppet. So it's like it's a cycle of why we keep going through the same things that we've been going over for the last 30 years, bro. I'm 25 years old, and you know how many playoff Super Bowl runs that I've seen? 0. I'm sick of it. It's something's got to give. Like they got to. Jerry's either got to sell the team or something needs to change. Because this is unacceptable.
He said, "Raise your hand if you've seen your team win a Super Bowl."
I hate y'all. I hate y'all. I hate y'all, bro. I hate you. Yo.
My fault.
It's all right, man. You be all right.
All right. Hold on, before we move on, I just want to read y'all this. I'm gonna look this up. If the Cowboys cut Dak, how much money they owe?
If it is his last season, it's probably gonna be a bag.
That's why I said we're like cornered to like take it on, and it says.
But I feel like there's teams out here with trash quarterbacks who need somebody. I feel like y'all can get some type of something. Especially if next year you're just gonna let them go regardless. I feel like even you trade them for a bag of chips is better than nothing.
Well, they said if we cut or trade Dak Prescott before his contract is up, we would owe him $50 million in dead money, and we would be paying 22% of our cap space to Dak Prescott. And we got to pay CeeDee Lamb and Michael Parsons still. That's absurd. I'm sorry, bro. You is not worth it. That's why I said next year is really going to be his last chance. This is really his last chance. There's no and ifs or doubts. I don't care who the coach is. You do this again, they're just going to let you walk, and you're not even going to get nothing for him. Because it's like, this is ridiculous. You can't even trade the man. Maybe if an NFL team is desperate, I mean, the quarterback position is important for all 32 teams, but if somebody was really desperate, somebody would potentially give up a first rounder for him. Now, I said very desperate. I said no, actually, no, time out. There is teams that could give up a first rounder for Dak. There are some teams.
Name one team.
The Washington Commanders?
Fuck ass. No, they already had. Why would they not just go draft a quarterback with their first round pick?
Their track record sucks when they do that.
Their track record sucks regardless.
So I'm saying
you're right.
That's a team. That
I hope the dude who said that the Ravens gonna lose on Saturday still in here. Weak ass Commodore fan.
Oh. But yeah, there ain't a lot of them, but there are people that would be willing to. Okay, maybe a second or a third, several second or third round.
That's more like it. I could definitely see somebody give up a second or a third, maybe a third and a fourth, like together. Like
yeah,
but I mean,
but yeah,
not a first, not at all.
We're in a corner with him.
No,
so
I feel like a first is too much capital to give up for Dak. Actually, there are some stupid teams in the league.
No, I don't. I think if the Cowboys are paying Dak all that money, if he's traded, then they'll want a first-round pick, and somebody will probably give it to him if they could have Dak at a cheap price. Like a team like the Falcons.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a team that they would stop, drop, and roll to move off of Desmond Ridder, a guy like that.
New England.
Yeah, they would too.
Who else would do it? Maybe Seattle?
I think Seattle likes Geno, though.
I don't know why.
Yeah, they with
I don't know
Geno,
why
bro.
they like Geno.
No, because of last year. Last year, he had his little comeback season. But this year, he said that I'm average.
He's getting old, though. Isn't he like 35 or 34 or something like that?
He's up there.
Yeah, he is getting up there.
That's what I'm
How
saying.
old is Dak again?
Dak is, I think he's 30. I think he just turned 30. Let me see.
That's not that old for a quarterback, to be honest.
Yeah, he's 30. but he'll be 31 by the start of next season. But I want to ask y'all something real quick, though. Before we move on, if Jerry Jones were to fire Mike McCarthy, who do y'all think would be the right head coach to take over Dallas?
Bill Belichick.
He did say he wanted to go to a talented team who's underachieving.
I'm just saying.
He's not going to put up with Jerry Jones, bro. There's no fucking
way.
There's no way that Bill Belichick would listen to Jerry Jones. And he's like the complete opposite of Mike McCarthy and fucking Jason Garrett. He ain't no puppet. He's going to do what he wants. I mean, I guess it would be something different. So there's that. But at the same time, I feel like he still wouldn't want to put up with it. Because Jerry Jones is just like a dirtbag. But like, bro, what if y'all hired Brandon Staley?
Bro, I'm switching teams, bro. I'm switching, bro. You know how LeBron James did the decision back in 2010 where he made it. I'll make a whole podcast episode with y'all on it, and I will have
Listen, I'm taking my time to South Beach.
I will have a snapback cap of 31 NFL teams scooting out the Cowboys and said the decision. Me picking a new team. And we hire someone like Brandon Staley or Arthur Smith, God forbid. I'm done. I'm done.
I
don't think Arthur Smith had one season with the Falcons, and his quarterback was Desmond Ritter.
He bad.
Oh, he been there longer.
Terrible.
He been longer than that.
No.
He been stinking up the joint for a while there.
No, he's terrible, Fred.
I thought he just got hired.
No. I would say he was there for the last 2 to 3 years. Yeah.
If you ask any Bijan Robinson fantasy owner,
That is crazy. He wouldn't hand the ball off to Bijan.
In one game, he didn't even say nothing that he wasn't playing. He was just like, "Oh, he's sick," in the middle of the game, and he just had like 0 points. Like,
yeah. If that were to happen, bro, I'm done. I'm cutting ties with the Cowboys. You're gonna see the episode, the decision. I'll pick a whole new team in front of everybody so they know who my new team is, bro. I would not put up with that. No way. No, sir. But, yeah, and realistically, Bill Belichick would be the best option if we were to move off of Mike McCarthy. But like Rob said, they would never get along with each other because Jerry Jones wants so much control over the team. For what reason if you're not making sideline decisions, if you just the owner making millions and millions and you getting us TV ratings, then
billions and billions.
Scratch that. Billions and billions. Just shut up and let the team do what they do. You don't need to say comments. You don't need to say smart remarks. What did you say, Fred?
See, look, I agree with what you just said about Jerry Jones, taking a step back and hire the people that he hired, let them to do their job and not having so much of a face in the media. But I can see Jerry Jones' response to you being as, I've done this before. I've won championships before, and y'all not going to tell me what to do. Which is a valid response because he has won championships. It's been a while. It's been a long time. But he has won championships before.
He has, but you know what? The last time it was when we had a real head coach and Jimmy Johnson was somebody that wasn't going to put up with that stuff. Now he has puppets. Oh, yeah, you go out there because I told you. You go and say what you going to say at the meeting because I told you behind closed doors. Or we're going to operate the team under my supervision, but you are the one going to act like you're doing the job. There's guys, that's why I think Jim Harbaugh would be a good option too, because for an offensive-minded guy, he could potentially, I say potentially because I'm losing faith at this point, potentially elevate Dak Prescott. That'd be a good hire too. Somebody that's been there and done that will actually stand his ground towards Jerry, and you can actually build a team with the right personnel around him. But other than that, there's really no other options besides those two that I think. I mean, if we could get someone young like Ben Johnson, the Lions offensive coordinator. But what'd you say, Fred?
You can't hear you.
I can't hear you, Fred.
I just got a notification from ESPN saying that Mike McCarthy is returning for the 2024 season.
You're lying, yo.
I put it on everything. ESPN just popped up with that joint.
Oh my God. Oh my God. You're screwed.
I don't see it.
That joint just, hold on, let me see if I can find it.
My hardest thing I've ever done in my life for 25 years of existing has been a Dallas Cowboys fan. If they are going to keep somebody that just went 12-5 3 years in a row with 0 NFC Championship appearances, that's the problem right there. They never going to change, bro. That's crazy. That's really, really crazy. I'm about to see if I can see it too. Oh, Fred, I can't hear you.
It was posted by Adam Schefter. So you go to Adam Schefter, you see
Oh
that.
God.
Oh, yeah.
Put it on the camera so everybody can see.
Here, I got it from Bleacher Report, bro. I'm done with this team. How the hell do you do this? How do you do
Breaking
this?
news.
How do you do this, bro? How do
Tell you.
you do this? How do you do this? And Jake just texted me. Oh my God, I'm done with this team, bro. Hey, you might see the decision. You might see the decision tonight. You might see the decision tonight of picking a new team. This can't happen, bro. Oh my gosh, this can't be true, yo.
Hey.
You want to move on from the topic so you don't have to talk about it no
Yeah,
more?
they're gonna give me PTSD. Yeah, let's go ahead.
You might get brought back up in the next topic, but we can go on to the next one. Maybe.
All right. As we continue, as my head is spinning, asking for answers, which teams had the best performances from wild card weekend?
The Packers. I mean, they're definitely the best performance, being a number 7 seed and coming into town and beating a number 2 seed, first 7 seed to do that.
Yeah.
But I also want to give it up for the Texans too.
That's
rookie,
another choice I was going to look at.
Rookie quarterback coming in. They're playing at home, yes, but they're beating a seasoned guy like Joe Flacco, who's been there and done that. He's won a Super Bowl.
Also going against
Beating
the number
up
one
on
defense in the league.
Yeah, exactly. I was Myles Garrett. That vaunted defense that they have. Just putting on a clinic out there. He had a very clean game. It didn't like pop off the page or anything. I think he had like 275 yards or something, and like a couple touchdowns.
It was just a clean game.
Very clean game. He looked like he had some experience there before.
A little bit of prime Joe Flacco came out of that too.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he got some help on defense, getting a couple of pick sixes off of Joe. Devin Singletary had a pretty good game. So I'd say besides the Packers, the Texans for sure.
And honestly, a sleeper one, I mean, given the weather conditions and what they played in, the Chiefs played a really good game. I mean, was it -5 out there?
It was that was actually one of the coldest games in NFL history. So yeah.
And I mean, Mahomes went out there. He played a pretty clean game. I mean, granted, the quarterback on the other side, Tua turned the ball over, played an awful game.
He was terrible.
Couldn't move the ball at all. He had? I'm looking at stats right now. He had just under 40 passing attempts for 199 yards with a QBR of 15.8. I mean, that's awful.
You said that's Flacco stats?
No, that's Tua's.
Tua's
stats.
But Tua.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah,
he was probably the worst quarterback of the whole weekend.
Yeah. I mean, it's a battle between him and Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco did throw those 2 punches.
Yeah.
To kind of, throw the game away. But throw the game away before it even started. But
yeah, they remind me
of those weather conditions. Came out and he balled. I mean, pretty sure it's supposed to be another cold one again when they go to Buffalo. But you see from last week, it looks like the Chiefs are built for the cold. Like, the cold don't affect them at all. Also, I want to make a remark to everybody who watched the game. Wearing short sleeves in -5 degrees does not make you tough. It makes you stupid.
There was one guy that had his shirt off. I think he was a Dolphins fan that had his shirt off out there.
Stupid.
Jesus.
I actually read something earlier today. There was like 15 fans that went to the hospital because of frostbite and things like that. That's crazy.
It's -5 degrees out there. What you got your shirt off for? Why?
People literally had their cans of beer fucking freezing as they were drinking it.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
That shit's crazy.
I wouldn't even go to the game. I mean, they better than me from even showing up. No matter how many bundles of clothes I got on. I'm watching in my living room.
Yeah,
Best
I wouldn't even care if I paid. I wouldn't even care if I paid like several $100s to go to that game. If it's fucking negative, if it's feeling like it's -40 outside, I'm not going. I don't care. They can keep my money. It'll go to a
Yeah,
good
you
cause
lost
or something.
me. You can keep that $300-400. I'm seeing aside.
I'll give my ticket to I'll give my ticket to some kid I see. I'll be like, here you go, enjoy.
Yeah, right. I'm not going.
You know, I was thinking, let me ask you all this. Does this make sense? So, speaking of the cold, why did the Bills game get canceled because of a snowstorm, but the Chiefs and Dolphins out there and playing in -5 to -25 degrees out there? Does that make sense?
It really don't.
I mean, the
I
snow.
get.
They had like 2 feet of snow,
Yeah,
Tom.
yeah.
We've
Wasn't
seen
nobody
NFL
moving
games
for
played
it.
in that before.
Yeah, but I mean, people couldn't even get to the stadium.
Yeah, you literally could not even like drive there,
They were,
or walk onto the field,
That'd have been
let
a total
alone
of like
run.
300 people in the stands,
hey,
and like
if so be it.
the
NFL
bus
playoff.
would have got stuck like 5 different times. Drill would have started 45 minutes late.
I wish
Bills
we would have
Mafia
got to
would
see a
have
snow game though. Snow
That
games are cool.
that would have been tough. I ain't gonna lie to you. Snow game would have been very fun to watch.
might have helped the Steelers have a better chance, starting the playoff game with Mason Rudolph.
I don't know about that one because the Steelers couldn't tackle a soul. Steelers couldn't tackle an infant
You see
that
that
game.
Khalil Shakir touchdown?
Yes, yeah.
You don't
That
want to
man
wrap
is
up?
tough.
Hey,
That was tough.
That
I,
jump was tough.
Yeah.
that was. Kurt, you got any teams that look the best for you for playoff wild card weekend?
Well, I mean, I watched the Chiefs game, but looking at that game, like it was kind of rough, but not as good as like the Packers, because obviously, in his debut, he kind of just walked y'all down.
Yeah,
He was just like made sure you was laid down. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But yeah, probably like out of all the teams, it's probably gonna go Packers, and then the Texans, right? Yeah, Texans. It's probably gonna be those two for me that like stuck out.
Yeah.
can I put my stance on the worst looking team of the wild card weekend? It's honestly, it's not even about to be y'all.
I know.
I know
who it is. I know who you're going to say.
It's about to be the Eagles.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And they just fell
yeah,
apart. And
yeah.
at least the Packers had something going for them. Like, they have a good team. The Bucks, I don't believe, are a good team.
No.
Dang.
No.
The Baker Mayfield's not a very good quarterback.
He was cutting up on him too.
Hey.
He was cooking.
Hey man,
He was a lead on Monday night. For one night only, he was a lead.
The Eagles defense, the Eagles team was very subpar on Monday night. From start to finish. I mean, not only am I super mad that I needed Devontae Smith touchdown to win my parlay, but just the whole thing. It was so bad it made Jason Kelsey retire. That's how bad it was.
It's facts.
bro, they took that. Hold on, real quick, just to let you know, he did not come out publicly and say he was retiring because he was going to do it in a certain way, and the media fucked him out of his saying basically goodbye to everyone, which is kind of messed up. I feel like that's so fucking played out, bro.
Right. So he didn't publicly retire, but we all know he's about to retire. He never said he wasn't. He never even said there was going to be a decision about him coming back. He just said that I didn't get to say it at the right time.
When you get a belt to ass streaming at the hands of Baker Mayfield, I think on the sidelines is the right time. That the media was just basically saving it.
Yeah.
But yeah, my two teams, I got one from AFC, NFC. The Texans, man, I think they stole the show for Wild Card Weekend and on the AFC side. I mean, the landslide victory against the Browns, 45-14. I personally I picked the Browns to win that game, but the Texans, man, they came out firing on all cylinders. They played well on both sides of the ball. Rob, your boy C.J. Stroud, I think he had one of, if not the best rookie performance that I've seen at the quarterback position since I started watching football. The man went 16 for 21 passing, 274 passing yards, 3 passing touchdowns. For a rookie, I'm already going to say that C.J. Stroud is already a top 10 quarterback in the National Football League. That man is phenomenal, and he's going to be fun to watch. Yeah, he's going to be fun to watch. And then the Texans defense, they held Joe Flacco in check. Just 14 points, and they had 4 sacks and 2 pick sixes. They had a great performance on both sides of the ball against the Browns. That was a good performance by the Texans. Now, we're going to get into their matchup with the Ravens later, but they look pretty good heading into the divisional round. But the NFC, I got to say, it's the Green Bay Packers. Their performance, they looked phenomenal for a team that had low expectations all year long, that weren't even supposed to do this. The way how they came into Dallas, put belt to ass on my Dallas Cowboys, I got to give them their respect. They dominated a 7th seed. I mean, they dominated a 2nd seed as the 7th seed. That's insane. But, man, like we said earlier in the episode, Jordan Love looked really good out there for his playoff debut. The man looked like Aaron Rodgers making back foot throws off his back foot, making throws in the pocket. The man looked phenomenal as well in the pocket, passing the ball like that. And the Packers might have found a good quarterback, their next guy. I mean, they hit on Brett Favre. They hit on Aaron Rodgers, and they hit on Jordan Love, and all those guys learned from each other. Aaron Rodgers learned from Brett Favre for a while, and Jordan Love learned from Aaron Rodgers for a while. Maybe there might be a quarterback down the line if Jordan Love is an elite guy that somebody learns from him for a while. So they always hit on quarterbacks, and their defense basically held the Cowboys to 16 points until 5 minutes left in the 4th quarter. They had the best performance to me wildcard weekend. I got to give them their credit, man. I hate to say it, but yeah, those 2 teams to me stood out the most during wildcard weekend. But Fred, I got another team. Yeah, we said the Eagles. What do you think? Do y'all think they should fire Nick Sirianni?
Sirianni, yeah, I think so. He be doing too much.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Why did they fire their offensive coordinator?
He sucked.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Oh, you mean from last year?
after they fired him, it just got worse.
You mean last year?
Oh.
Oh, you talking about last year?
This year.
Or you talking about this year? They kept their offensive coordinator throughout the year. The old one from last year became the Colts head coach.
Well, regardless, it just got worse. I mean, the offense looked awful. The defense also was terrible too, so I can't really say much. But when the offense and defense both look as bad as they did last year, there's one person you got to go to. That's the head coach. Because I mean, you are supposed to be the leader of men, and I don't see a leader right there. You got motherfuckers back talking your quarterback, calling him all types of names out of his mouth. I mean, I don't see it. I think Nick Sirianni's gone. Hopefully they don't pull a Dallas Cowboys.
I hope they don't. I mean, for their sake, I hope they do. But I hope they learn from that stupidity move to bring back your head coach for no damn reason is not the right move. Just move on. But that Eagles collapse needs to be documented because how you go from 10-1, you were 10-1, and you finish 11-6. You go 1-5, the squeak into the playoffs with the easiest schedule remaining in the National Football League. You can't do that. You can't do that. And then when you get a chance to turn around the playoffs, because we all know the playoffs is different from the regular season, you only score 9 points. 9 points.
Terrible.
Yeah, Nick Sirianni needs to be fired. There's no better way to put it. Like you said, Fred, you can't backtalk your quarterback, your franchise quarterback at that on the sidelines. You can't bring him back.
We can argue because we're all men here, but like that wasn't arguing. That motherfucker getting screamed at, especially because Jalen Hurts was just sitting there.
yeah.
looking like a
Oh,
bitch.
oh yeah. It's
He just sat there and took it.
I
Wasn't
wouldn't.
no fighting
I
him.
would say. I would have said, ain't I the one throwing you the ball?
Bitch, you got
No,
touchdown because of me. So, like, what you talking about? Man, I mean, obviously, Dallas Goddard seen something
Some.
that he did not like.
he was being a bitch on the goddamn bench. And he's just like, bro, I'm tired of your face right now. That's what happened. He just turned up on him out of nowhere.
Hey,
That's crazy, bro. Yeah. Hopefully they learn from our mistake. Just cut ties with the man. He ain't worth it. But yeah, that's crazy. But we're gonna move on to the next segment. We're gonna be discussing our divisional round game predictions for this weekend, the NFL playoffs. Starting off with the first game that we'll see in the divisional round, we have the number 1 seeded Baltimore Ravens taking on the 4th seeded Houston Texans. Both of these teams actually played each other week 1, where the Ravens got the best of the Texans 25-9. Again, this was early in the season. Things have definitely changed for the better for both teams. Who do y'all have winning wild card weekend?
I go first. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. To add on what you said, we did win 24-9 week 1. Both teams have changed. Obviously, you've seen the progression of C.J. Stroud. I mean, his first game, he struggled. You've seen signs of life, though, in his young career, even in that first game, though. Because, I mean, he made some throws. He made things happen. There was a little bit of magic. Never really amounted to nothing, but rookie first game, what you going to do about that? He's come a long way. He's had a number of comebacks in his rookie year, made remarkable throws. The defense has stepped up. Um, the rushing game last week has looked better than it has all season. I don't know if that's going to continue, but on the flip side, Baltimore Baltimore also in that game um, was a very it was early in the season. I mean, things were not clicking as they are now. Through the season, you've seen the progression of Lamar in this offense. I mean, absolutely flourish, especially coming down to the last 5, 6 games. All those games, he has just been an elite quarterback with great arm talent, hitting all throws around the whole entire field. I mean, the defense has just come together. Shout out Mike McDonald for that one. Shout out Roquan. Marlon Humphrey to get back on the field, stop being a bitch.
Yeah.
Yo.
Uh, but again, even though we have these two teams that are both on an extreme hot streak, especially Texans just beating the number 1 defense as bad as they did, I still don't see them just walking. And let me slide back for just a half a second. The sportsbook has the Ravens as the underdog this weekend.
No,
Let
they
me
What?
don't.
repeat. Let me
They
repeat this.
don't.
They don't.
No.
I was gonna
Well,
say,
I thought I just looked at it and they had the Texans as a -2.5.
No. The Texans are like plus 9.5, like plus 9.5.
yeah, I was gonna say, I was about to say, ain't no way, bro.
I just bet on that game earlier.
You did.
So yeah.
Now I look retarded. Oh yeah,
You good for it? You good for it?
look at that. But yeah, back to what I was saying. I mean, they had a wonderful game. Like y'all was saying earlier, C.J. Stroud came out 274 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks. Um, I don't think that happens against the Ravens defense. I think we have a more, even though the numbers for for the Browns defense might have been better, I think we have a more complete defense than they do. Um, so I don't think that happens. I think we're just a better team than the Browns, up and down. So I don't know if he hangs 45 on our head like he did to the Browns. My predictions for this game will probably be honestly around the same. I think the score is going to be around the same as the first one. I can see around like 28-13. I can see this. Don't shake your head, bitch. Don't shake your head.
Right.
You know,
Don't
It better
like
be. It better be 14. It better be 14. I want my bet to hit. God damn it. Better not be no 15. Shit.
but yeah, I still think they get a pretty at least I can see the Ravens covering the spread, basically. I can see them beaten by at least 10 points. So yeah, that's my take on the Texans versus the Ravens.
I'm
Fat
gonna just
L.
go. Basically, everything that Fred just said is that we're gonna beat they motherfucking ass and we're gonna do it effortlessly. And also, CJ Stroud, he's gonna get smacked up a couple times because we're gonna get there. That line is we're gonna be in the backfield. I'm letting you know that, and we're causing havoc. And I'm telling you, bro, I don't see the Texans coming out. We're a better team than them, a way better team than them, bro. You played the Browns. The Browns are dog doo-doo.
Mm.
Okay, so that's all I gotta say. And I'm taking the Ravens. To be honest, I feel like we're gonna make them a statement and put over 30 points when they hit.
I can see that
That's just
too.
me though.
I can definitely see us putting over 30. I ain't
Hold on,
gonna lie to you.
hold on. Time out, bro. Time out. Hold on. I ain't even no Texas fan, but that CJ Stroud disrespect was wild.
Right.
Way out.
That's
You
crazy.
said you gonna beat him effortlessly?
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
I don't see it.
That's what I said. What they say about Brock Purdy about to come in and do? What happened?
I
Oh,
mean, that's a
he
regular
got he got
season game.
smacked up,
Hold
right?
on, bro.
That's a regular
Okay.
season game.
It don't
This is the
matter.
playoffs.
It's the same. It's the same thing. You're praising a quarterback to go up against the Baltimore Ravens with Lamar Jackson, and then what happens? They come out there and they get that ass tapped.
I don't think they get tapped. I
Yeah,
don't think they
I
get
was gonna say. I
tapped.
was gonna say.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. Y'all, I mean, as good as the Ravens, I'm not knocking the Ravens at all. I think you're the best team in the league. You should be favorites to win the whole damn thing. I'll tell you that right now. I mean, they're from top to bottom. The Ravens are an elite team, defense, offense. I don't see a weakness on their team. I mean, yeah, I just don't. I mean, you have multiple All Pros. Kyle Hamilton is probably one of my favorite players on the Ravens, and he's a rookie, and he was an All Pro.
This is
That
second year.
he's a second year,
Yeah.
really?
Oh yeah,
You're,
Kyle.
you're right. You're right. My bad. Second year guy. Excuse me. He's still young,
And one of the best
but
safeties in the league.
he is. He
Oh
is.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
won't lie. But with that being said, the Ravens have not played football in quite some time.
Uh-oh.
And we remember the last time that they haven't played football in quite some time.
This is
They
facts.
lost to Ryan Tannehill. But
Uh,
that being said, I
we
don't.
lost to Derrick Henry. We
Hold
lost to
on.
Derrick Henry.
Right.
We lost to Derrick
Oh
Henry.
no,
What
Hold
the
on.
hell?
no,
I'm
no,
not
no,
done.
no,
I'm not
no,
done.
no, no.
I don't
You
think y'all
lost.
lose.
You lost to Ryan Tannehill.
Shut
He
up,
was
bitch.
the
You
starting
lost to
quarterback.
Jordan Love,
So,
motherfucker.
Yeah.
all right,
We
Yeah,
spell
Tom.
pain over here,
Hold on,
L-O-V-E. We
hold on,
spell
hold on,
pain,
hold on.
L-O-V-E.
I will take a loss to Jordan Love over Ryan
We lost
Yeah,
Tannehill,
no,
only
right.
putting up
to Derrick
98
Henry.
passing yards and still collecting
Lost to
a
Derrick Henry.
playoff dub in the bank.
Nah,
Okay,
hear me
but how
out.
many rushing yards did Derrick Henry have? He
Hear me out.
had
Hear
like
me out.
230 rushing yards that
He
game.
did. He dominated that game. But
We
hear me
could
out.
not stop Derrick Henry to save our life. We lost to Derrick Henry.
I think y'all win. I think y'all win for sure. I think it's going to be a lot closer than y'all are giving it credit for. I think it's going to be a really good game, to be honest. I think it's going to be a good game. I think the Ravens will win by like a touchdown, I mean, I could see him winning by 10. And I have an alternate spread bet that I'll get to on the next topic, which kind of backs up my point. But I think it'll be a good game, fun to watch. I mean, it's going to be a cold game. I feel like there's going to be a lot of scoring, though. I think both teams are going to score. I think it's going to be a shootout. I think somehow, some way, it's going to turn into a shootout. I just have that feeling. I don't know.
Uh,
Even though it's going to be a cold game, I just feel it in my
I
bones.
can't see a shootout unless I can't see them keeping up with us unless we start turning the ball over. That's the only way they keep up with us offensively.
I mean, I don't know. I just think CJ. I just really like CJ. I'm
CJ's,
biased.
I will praise
We got
CJ to the day
the
it
boys
dies.
back there.
The dude
Just
is
saying.
amazing. CJ is wonderful. I just don't think he's keeping up
Yeah, I
with
mean,
our
I don't.
weapons.
I agree. I mean, I don't think the Ravens win by more than like 10,
Mm,
in my opinion. I don't
I
think they win by more than 10. I think it'll be
I
like.
have a
I think it'll
reality
be like.
in the back of my head with
I think
it might get ugly.
it
Well, I
could.
think
It could. I mean, we've seen it with multiple teams.
it definitely could get ugly. I'm
Um,
glad to you.
but I think the final score is going to be something like 34-24, or like 38-28, or like 30-21, or whatever. Like I think it'll be something like that. I think the over is going to hit. The lot. I'll get to that. I won't talk about that right now. Tom, you go ahead.
Yeah, I agree with y'all. I like the Ravens in this matchup. I think Curtis got a little disrespectful this try like that, but I do have the Ravens. But like Rob touched up on, I think that was the key thing that John Harbaugh went over with the Ravens this week. I think he went back, talked to the team about that 2019 collapse of the Titans, and I think they'll learn from it this time, having that bye week and then being the number one seed once again.
Can I
Go
say
ahead, Fred.
something one time? The team that we have now is miles and light years better than that 2019 team.
They are.
Yes.
They are.
Yeah.
They are.
The 2019 team offensively was very one dimensional.
Mm-hmm.
And they came out there and they stopped our run, and we couldn't do anything about it.
That's
This
true.
year, on all phases of the game, we can hit. So I don't see very many teams being able to keep up with that. Not to mention our defense on the back end, is wonderful as well. So
Oh yeah.
Glad you pointed that on
I might
the
put
back
it.
end as
Hey,
well.
I might put a bet on. Or I say for the
no,
next topic. I say for the next topic.
But yeah, I just think they're the better team than the Texans. I do believe that they'll be well prepared for this game. I do like Todd Monken's offense matching up against D'Amico Ryan's defense. Like Fred said, this is a completely different Ravens offense than what it was with Greg Roman. So I expect them to come out, running the ball to set up the pass. I think they're going to do that well. And I do agree with Rob. I do believe this could be a shootout. I'm not expecting it to be a blowout. I think it could be a shootout. And both teams could be throwing bombs and haymakers the whole game. But I think the Ravens defense will close out C.J. Stroud when it matters most. And they'll win the war. And I think the Ravens will punch their ticket to the AFC Championship. So we're all going with the Ravens for that game.
hey, can I get just one more word on this
What's that?
topic? I'm gonna have to fact check my man's Rob right here. And I don't know if you remember this, Robert,
Uh-oh.
but in the beginning of the season, you said that Todd Monken's offense is gonna be the same thing as Greg Roman's offense.
I did. I won't
Can
lie.
I
I mean, I can't be
can
right
I
all
get
the
you to take
time.
that statement back, sir?
I mean, yeah, I can't be right all the time. I mean, I ain't Mr. Perfect. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
I
yo,
mean,
why you doing like
he ran.
Because
I mean,
I got
it
the
was
receipts.
easy.
See what I said?
It
That shit kind
wasn't
of hurt my
hard.
heart when you said that.
It wasn't hard to see that though at the beginning of the year because
But
the way that they ran it at Georgia was similar. You know what I
that is
mean?
Yeah.
So that's why I made that point. But I was wrong. I'll admit that. I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong, and y'all definitely looking good on offense. So good shit.
Rob does have a point because at the beginning, bro, it did look a little similar. I'll say after that Colts game, that's when it started changing. But at first, it
I
looked
mean,
like
it was a new offense. Everybody got to get settled in. Everybody got to get to know each other. Because
yeah,
we did start off pretty rough. Even in the Texas game. That Texas game was rough for us offensively.
yeah.
We were pretty bad. We couldn't really get nothing going. I'm surprised we put 25 points up because there was no offense in that game.
That game was
Yeah, it was pretty shitty. I ain't gonna lie to you.
All right, so next game, we got in the NFC side, we got the number 1 seed San Francisco 49ers taking on the 7th seeded Green Bay Packers. Who do y'all have winning this game?
Unfortunately, there will be no pain, spelled Love, going this way.
Oh, wow.
I think all the pain spelled Love has run out. The 49ers defense is, I mean, I didn't think this in the regular season, but obviously in the playoffs, I think it's different. I think they're miles and light years ahead of the Cowboys. I don't think they'll get walked back like the Cowboys did. I think I'm not the biggest fan of Brock Purdy. I don't think he's the best quarterback. I don't think he's even really top 10. But I think if he can stay within the game plan, I don't think that the Packers defense can really hold the 49ers offense. So I think this is going to be a good, decisive win for the 49ers.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, you ain't got to see no more pain, spelled Love, Tom.
This pain throughout the whole entire playoffs, bro.
I mean, actually, it's like, no, because if you would have won, you'd have played the Bucks. So you could have made it. You could have.
Damn, that would have been an
Oh,
easy pass.
no, we would have got that because what's it face? They're the highest. We would have played the Lions this weekend.
Oh yeah, you'd have played the Lions. Okay,
But
that's still that.
But
That'd
if
have been a
the
pretty
Lions
good game.
lost, we would have. Man, I don't want to talk. Go ahead.
Kurt, what do you think?
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you. I kind of want to ride with the Packers on this one, just because of like the performance that they put on the Cowboys. You know, they kind of just whooped them, so it got real bad. So you know, they already nice and warm,
Ooh.
ready to come out there and do what they gotta do. You know, if it wasn't for the Cowboys, you know, giving them that easy win and just out there for practice, basically.
Damn, he said easy lobby.
The boys were playing unranked. Goddamn it.
Yo, wow, yo.
Nah, but for right now, I think I'm gonna ride the love wave just for right now. I see the Packers coming out there and kind of winning. I feel like they might go toe to toe, but then the Packers might just take off just a little bit, not a lot though.
I mean,
I would love to see a Packers win. That would be nothing that makes me happier to see a Packers win.
that'd be sick. I mean, I would definitely like that too. I mean, I think the Packers can cover the spread. I think the spread is also 9.5 in this game. So I think it'll be a closer game than people think. In fact, I saw a lot of people like in DraftKings as like the kind of like who's betting who, like the percentage of who's betting each team. It had the Packers at like 47 or 46%. So there's people taking the Packers spread in this one, and I could see it being close, especially with how hot the Packers have been lately. I just think that the loaded offense that the 49ers have, specifically on the ground, is going to be too much for them. The Packers' run defense isn't all that good.
Look good against the Cowboys.
But they don't have a man named McCaffrey on the damn field. He is a bad man. That is a MVP candidate.
I thought Tony Pollard was a bad man too.
No, he is not McCaffrey.
No.
He is not even in the same universe as McCaffrey.
I mean, Tony Pollard's still a good running back. That shit got shut the fuck down.
He was pretty mediocre this year, I think.
He was. He couldn't find the end zone to save his life.
Zeke
I had him on one of my
definitely
teams.
better than Tony Pollard. I'll put that out there right now.
I think his high was better than Tony Pollard's.
Yeah, because
Zeke just had a mean decline. That's just all that was.
I mean, a lot of running backs do.
Eddie Lacy.
A lot of running backs do, especially like someone like Zeke, who's a contact runner, who's running through the tackles.
Yeah.
Is more prone to wear down faster. It's just a physical position. It's just the nature of it.
Getting hit by 300 pounders is a lot.
Yeah, every play for 4 months. Yeah, no. But yeah, I think it's going to be a close game. I do think the 49ers win, but I don't think they win by more than a touchdown. I feel like they're going to be a little rusty, but they're going to play a clean game on the ground. They're not going to make a lot of mistakes. They're not going to have like eye-popping stats, but I think McCaffrey has a big game. I think Debo gets some run on the ground as well on those little end arounds and stuff. And I think he'll break some tackles. I think George Kittle. I think George Kittle is probably going to be the leading receiver in that game. I have a feeling. I would take George Kittle to lead them to victory in the air. But, yeah, I think the 49ers win by about 7, if I had to guess.
Yeah. I'm going to go with the 49ers on this game. I think the 49ers obviously match up way better on paper to the Packers. They have a top 3 scoring offense and a top 3 scoring defense, so that's really good when you have both sides of the ball playing at an elite level. Offensively, I think they match up well with their weapons that they have on offense against the Packers defense. They got Christian McCaffrey at running back, like we just touched upon, Debo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, George Kittle. Their skill position group is elite and definitely in the conversation for being the best offensive skill position group in the National Football League.
Ain't no conversation.
But, yeah, the matchups in this game, there's some key matchups that I think the 49ers are going to have the advantage over the Packers on. Starting with the wide receiver and cornerback duo battle that we're going to see with Charvarius Ward taking on Romeo Doubs. I think Ward is a traveling cornerback. He just had an all-pro year this year. I think Romeo Doubs, who just had an elite game against the Cowboys, is going to be silenced by the hands of Charvarius Ward this week. Fred Warner, their outstanding linebacker. This is another problem why the Cowboys got gashed on the ground. We don't have a linebacker that can run sideline to sideline and make plays to stop the run. The 49ers got that in Fred Warner. So I think their front seven is going to keep Aaron Jones in check. I don't see him rushing for over 65 yards in this game, and I don't see him getting the end zone 3 times like he did against the Cowboys. So I think having some linebackers to actually contain the run and linebackers to load the box, something that Dan Quinn was supposed to do, I think that's going to favor the 49ers to win this game against the Packers. Next game, we have the back in the NFC, we have the 3rd-seeded Detroit Lions taking on the 4th-seeded Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Both of these teams played each other back in Week 6. The Lions won that game 20-6. Who do y'all have winning this game on Sunday?
Well, I think what I said earlier about Baker Mayfield will come true this week. He's not a very good quarterback. Unfortunately, I think that Baker Mayfield has done enough to trick the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They're giving him one more year.
Yeah, he's staying.
Unfortunately, he won't get one more week this season.
Who are they going to get, though? Like, I don't think they would be – I don't know who they would get, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know if there's any value in the late-round quarterbacks.
I don't think there is either, to be honest.
I feel like someone like Russ would be kind of good on that team, I'm not going to lie.
Honestly,
or Kirk Cousins.
Maybe.
Their receiver core is nasty.
Receiver core is nasty. Yeah. And honestly, that dude K. Allen was tearing the Eagles up yesterday.
He's tough, too. He's tough. Not many people talk about him.
Yeah, even though Mike Evans might be gone next year.
He's so good.
He is so good.
He's consistently, like, I've always liked Mike Evans.
Damn right. He's just like a big body, sure-handed receiver.
Just a man. I'd be scared to line up against Mike Evans.
Yeah,
that's a big future Hall of Famer right there.
That's
Mike
a big dude.
That's a big dude.
Kurt, where are you at?
Yes.
That's your turn for the prediction.
Say that again?
I'll go.
Turn for the game prediction. Or never mind, Rob.
I'll go first. I mean, I think the Lions are definitely going to win this game. I mean, the Bucks. I mean, they've had a good run. Although I could see this game being a shootout too. the Lions' defense through the air is not good. It's not good. I could see
Neither is
Mike
Baker.
Evans. I mean, he was good enough to have 340 yards against the
Yeah,
Eagles.
but did you see what he did before that week with the Panthers?
Oh yeah, he had 9 points. But I mean,
It
they have a better defense than both of those teams. I mean, I know the Lions have that pass rush, which is really good. But I don't think they're very good through the air. You know, it's not going to be super close. Like, I'm just saying, I can see the Bucs putting up some points.
Yeah, I think.
Anyone betting the over/under should definitely bet the over
Yeah,
in this
I
one.
think Baker also has some of that Superman. I see a mini Jameis Winston in Baker. I think he has a little bit of that Superman complex, a little bit of
really,
that.
bro.
I'm gonna throw the ball downfield, fuck it, type of guy.
I mean, yeah, I don't think he turns it over as much as Jameis.
No,
But
he doesn't.
He be
That's
turning
what
it
I said.
over.
I said mini.
Yeah.
I said mini.
He
That
said
boy
many.
Jameis was going out. He was going with 4 touchdowns and 4 picks a game.
He didn't care,
Man,
bro.
dude,
He didn't care.
anything and everything.
But no, I think Amon-Ra St. Brown has a big game. I mean, the Bucs defense is not that good either. You know, the Lions have such a good skill group. I think their offense is so well rounded that they're definitely going to take this one. I mean, Laporta's super good. I love watching Gibbs. He's so good.
He is very good.
Amon-Ra, you know, they got Jamison Williams. You know, they got some weapons out there, and I think the Lions have a big game and cruise on into the NFC Championship against the Niners.
I think with the Lions, I feel like the same thing that Tom said about the Cowboys applies to the Lions. The Lions are going to go as far as Jared Goff is going to take them.
Yeah,
whichever
I agree.
Jared Goff we see on Saturday, whichever day they play, is the Jared Goff is going to take them wherever they go.
He's either really good or really bad.
Yes.
There's like no in between.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird. Like he either looks like
wow. So it's just like Dak Prescott.
No, I think he's better than Dak. Honestly, I think he's better than Dak.
Damn.
I truly think Jared.
I don't think Jared Goff's better than Dak.
He's been to the Super Bowl. He's been to the Super Bowl though.
McVay kind of carried him there though.
But Dak has never sniffed the Super Bowl.
Well, he would never went there if it wasn't for Sean McVay and that team they had though.
Yeah, I don't think Jared Goff is good. That team they had was really good.
Okay, well they're all on the same level, if anything. Yeah. They're on the same
I think they are, but I think Dak's attributes puts him just above.
I don't know.
Jared Goff.
Man.
Barely.
I don't know. I have no idea.
I think Jared Goff might be like 13, 14, and I put Dak at 12.
Yeah.
12, 13. So he's just a notch above him. But I can't say with my heart that I think Jared Goff is better than Dak Prescott.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm biased. I hate the Cowboys, but I do think Goff is just a little. I don't know. They're similar. All right, but whatever. I think the Lions win. Kurt, what do you think, man?
Yeah, pipe down.
Well, okay, so I feel like the Lions might come out there and just like wet the bed. Like we've seen them come out there and just not play to their fullest potential, like multiple times, day in and day out. So just being that Tampa is a okay team, I can see, you know what I mean, him coming out there, Baker coming out there and making things hot and making shit shake. You know, throw a couple dollars here and there. He get done. He ain't got to do too much, but he might throw a couple picks in the process.
Money line.
Let's see. Yeah, man.
So if you believe that, go ahead and bet it up. They're plus 250.
Bet the Bucs money line.
Might have to do it, man. Might have to do it.
In a way, I do agree with Curtis. I think the surrounding cast, like the Bucks defense, I think the Bucks defense is pretty good,
Mhm.
and obviously their skill positions are. Rashad White's a little iffy some days. He could be. There's another one. He
He's
could be
looked
really good or really
good,
bad.
really good lately.
And then obviously you have Mike Evans, Chris Godwin. So I think the surrounding cast around Baker is good. I just think it's Baker.
Yeah.
I think
I see
with
their
Baker,
defense probably leading them to victory by getting stops
but
and a turnover.
I also believe that Baker's a trash can. So
Yeah, but I'm taking the Bucks, man. I'm taking the Bucks.
All right. I'm rolling with Fred and Rob on this one. Give me the Lions to win this game and punch their ticket to their first NFC championship since 1991.
Dan Campbell, fight a kneecap.
But yeah, I like the matchup here because Jared Goff had a lot of success against that Bucs defense. Even though it was all the way back in Week 6, I think he could do it again because Jared Goff has improved throughout the season. When they went on the road to play the Bucs, Jared Goff had 353 passing yards and 2 passing touchdowns in that 20-6 victory against the Bucs. Like Rob touched up on, their skill group is elite. They got Amon St. Brown, they got Sam Laporta at tight end, Josh Reynolds on the other side of St. Brown at wide receiver. You could throw Williamson in the slot to get him involved in the game plan as well. But their defense, this is something that I want to touch up on too, because I think this has potential to be a very close game because the Lions secondary is suspect. Like we just said, the defense gave up 8 catches, 148 yards to Devontae Smith on Monday night, and that loss, in that Eagles loss where they lost that game 32-9. So I think St. Brown's going to get really busy in that game. But if Baker Mayfield can play the way he did Monday night against that Eagles suspect secondary and find success against that Lions secondary, this could be a really close game. But I think the key is to get, if the Bucs want to have a chance to win this game, get Mike Evans going because Puka Nacua tore up that Lions defense up all night long.
Mm-hmm.
If Mike Evans can do that, they're in a world of trouble. But I do like the Lions winning this game since they're at home. I think they'll punch their ticket to the NFC Championship for the first time since '91. And then the final game we had in the AFC, we got the second-seeded Buffalo Bills taking on the third-seeded Kansas City Chiefs. This is going to be round 4 between Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen in the playoffs. Patrick Mahomes is currently 3-0 against Josh Allen in the playoffs. To me, this reminds me of a similar rivalry taking place in the AFC. I think this is like the modern-day Tom Brady versus Peyton Manning type of rivalry going on in the AFC for the playoffs right now between Mahomes and Allen. So, round 4, who do y'all have winning divisional round weekend?
Quick question: did Peyton Manning get his ass whooped like this every time he faced Tom Brady?
At first, but it became competitive. That's what I said. It could be.
No. This matchup kind of seemed like Superman versus Kryptonite. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It just seems like every time that they play each other, what's the face loses. I mean, I guess they beat them in the regular season, didn't they?
Yeah. The Bills beat them. I meant to say that too. They beat them in the regular season too.
Yeah.
The beginning of December.
On that controversial penalty by Mr. Tony.
Which is still a little iffy because, I mean, the ref is supposed to say something, but I digress.
No, you mean the wide receiver?
No, the ref. The referee is definitely supposed to tell him, but
what, that he offside?
Yeah, 100%.
Nah, screw Tony.
If I'm the ref, I ain't telling you. I'm gonna just look at you, and if I see it, I'm gonna throw the flag. I think. I do think, looking back at that though, I think it's miscommunication on both sides for that play.
Yeah, I mean, there's been several instances in the league where the ref will look at the wide receiver and be like, "Hey, you're offside, back up a little bit," But there's always been that communication between wide receiver and ref. Like the wide receiver always looks over at the ref and says, "Hey, am I good?" or something like that.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they had that dialogue with each other, Tony and the ref. So I mean, I guess I can't. I'm definitely not putting it all on the ref because I mean, Tony, a grown ass man, he can see the damn ball. He can see where he lined up at, especially because you can see he did it 3 or 4 other times in that game. But new game, new day. For this divisional round matchup, though, I mean, yeah, I think Mahomes is the veteran at doing this.
Mm.
It seems like what is this? His 6th year in the league?
Yeah.
Shit,
Yeah,
he's
year
moving
6.
like it's his 20th. So he just seems like he's a veteran. He seems like he's done this before. He seems unfazed by anything. I mean, the only thing that's really holding him back is the drops on offense. I mean,
Yeah.
even Travis Kelce dropping balls. So, I mean, I never thought I'd see the day where the safety blanket would start dropping balls. Um,
He got Taylor Swift on his mind.
hey, yo. He said he been cresting the small butt cheeks. He not used to the ball no more.
Wow.
But on the other side, you have the Bills, who did start off the year a little rough, but has completely turned it around to move
Yeah.
up into the 2nd seed in the AFC. I mean, I think this is going to be game of the week. I think it's going to do the exact same thing as last year and go down to the wire in OT. So if anybody want to put a little scary wager on it, game to go to OT.
The odds on that probably good.
Yeah, either got to be good. Unfortunately, I do see the Chiefs pulling it out again, just like last year.
Mm.
I just, I think they're just a better team. I definitely think Mahomes is a better quarterback, especially with the turnovers that come with Josh Allen.
Yeah.
He played a pretty clean game against the Steelers, but they didn't make it very hard for him. So I think with L'Jarius Sneed and Trent McDuffie, I think this is going to be a much harder game for Josh Allen. So I believe that the Chiefs will sneak this one out. I definitely think it's going to be close, though. I think it definitely within 3, within one score at least.
What you think, Rob?
This is hard for me to pick. I mean, definitely a hard game. I feel like Josh Allen has a chip on his shoulder, with him being 0-3 against Pat Mahomes. He does have that win this season over him under his belt, and I think the Chiefs receivers really give the Chiefs offense some issues with their drops. I do. I mean, I think going into Buffalo, into a hostile environment where the Buffalo Bills are one of the hottest teams in the league, I think the Bills. I think it's a close game, like Fred said. It might go to OT, but I think it's the other way around. I think the Bills end up winning by like a field goal. I could see it being a really high-scoring game. I could see it being a really low-scoring game. Could be either way. But I don't know. I mean, this could go either way. But I'm gonna say the Bills.
Mm-hmm.
Just
I
because
see a
they're at
pretty
home.
big. I see both teams at least getting like 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, it could happen. Definitely.
What about you, Kurt? Who you got winning this game? Curtis?
Kurt.
Curtis.
Straight elevator music.
What?
Curtis.
Why does it keep cutting out? Hello?
Because you're not on the damn phone.
Curtis.
I'm on the. Hello.
Yes. We hear you now. Who do you have winning this game?
Okay. All right. So, first of all, I have.
What?
He just cut it out. Curtis. What the? Okay.
Real raw and uncut.
All right. Well, Curtis will join back in hopefully pretty soon. That being said, this was close. This is very close to me, but I'm going with the Bills. I agree with Rob on this one. I think Josh Allen finally gets his get back after losing 3 times in a row to the hands of Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs. And I think it's going to be an overtime victory that the Buffalo Bills have over the Kansas City Chiefs this weekend. And I think if the Bills actually establish the run with Dalvin Cook or get some read options going with Josh Allen for the running game to set up for the passing game, I think they'll be just fine. They got to get Stephon Gilmore in the game playing way more. I think he's been a little quiet over the last few weeks.
Who are you
They got to
talking
get
about?
Gabe Davis back. Huh?
Stephon Gilmore?
Oh,
Dalvin
Stephon
Cook.
Diggs. Sorry. See, the Cowboys give me PTSD,
You said Dalvin
But
Cook, too.
James Cook. But, yeah, they got to get James Cook going. They got to get Stephon Diggs going. Gabe Davis is going to be back for this game. They got to get him going. Dalton Kincaid was stepping up at the tight end position. I think he's getting more reps now than Dalton Knox. Is that Dalton Knox?
Dawson Knox.
Yeah. Or Dawson Knox. Yeah. He's getting more snaps than him. But the Bills, man, they're on a 6-game winning streak right now, and they only allowed 13 points per game in their last 4 home games. I think that's pretty impressive on the defensive side of the ball. The side of the ball they had a lot of trouble with. And I just can't trust the Chiefs wide receivers in this game. I know Rashid Rice stepped up in last week's game, had over 100 yards against the Dolphins, but overall they have not been trustworthy all year long. I don't know if they can pull it off in Buffalo. And this is actually Patrick Mahomes' first playoff road game in his playoff career, so that's pretty huge. That's pretty huge. And I don't know if Kadarius Toney can afford to go offsides again in a big play when it matters most that could get called back or cost him the game. But, yeah, I think Josh Allen gets his get back, and I think that set itself for an AFC Championship game between Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen, man. I think that's just how it's going to go. Oh, Kurt said he's here.
Can I say one more crazy Patrick Mahomes stat?
What's that?
The first time that he has started out a game and gone 2 and out 2 times in a row was this year on Christmas Day. That was the first time he's gone 3 and out twice in a row to start a game, which is absolutely crazy. It's been 6-7 games since you've been in the league and you've not gone 3 and out for 7 years.
That is crazy.
Anyways,
Kurt, you're here.
Like
Go ahead,
I was
Kurt.
saying before the internet connection cut out, I was gonna take the Bills. Actually, I might change that because most of the times when I bet against Mahomes, he comes out there and does making plays and whatnot. Man, I really do want that. Yeah, I'm gonna go Chiefs. Oh, Chiefs. They got something to prove right now. You know what I mean?
So that's two for Bills, 2 for Chiefs.
Yeah.
We'll see what happened in that game. I think that's going to be the best game of the weekend, though.
Definitely. It's definitely going to come down to either the last drive or OT, like y'all was saying.
Yeah. And this time around, if it goes to overtime, Josh Allen gets a chance to have the ball. So I think that's gonna be
that rule makes me so mad every time I hear it.
Huh?
That rule makes me so mad every time I hear it.
What that both teams get the ball now? You don't like that rule?
No, I don't. That's such a punk ass rule.
But if
that nigga cried for that shit.
But if you get the ball though, all right, say the Ravens in a playoff game, they on defense. It's a back and forth game. If the other team scores a touchdown, you think it's okay for the game to end like that?
Wait, hold on. So you said I got an opportunity to play defense, right?
Yeah.
And my defense did not stop them.
No, they didn't stop them. But it could be. But I think it's better for it to be vice versa too, because
I believe that more people will be attracted to it because people love offense. But I think that it's pulling more defense away from the game. What is the point of even playing defense if your offense is always going to get a second chance?
Well, that's why you're supposed to lock down, because if the defense does their job, then the offense, they get it. The other team gets a chance.
But if they don't, you can just fall back on your offense. So even if your defense is trash, just fall into your offense. It don't matter. My offense is good.
But Josh Allen, he tried to put faith in him, and then they let him down. He didn't get a chance.
And then they lost. It's a team sport. If your other team don't pick up your slack, you lose sometimes. Ask Dan Marino.
Not like that, yo.
Ask Dan Marino, because he was amazing. That brother ain't got not a damn Super Bowl.
Poor Dan Marino.
Dan Marino.
But we're gonna go ahead and move on to the final segment. We're gonna be sharing our best sports bets of the week, but we're gonna mention our partnership with Sharp Sports Betting. Sharps is a sports betting network best used for all sports bettors around the world. Sharps allows you to link your sports books, including DraftKings, FanDuel, BetMGM, and ESPN bets. Sharps allows you to track your win-loss record and currently see what your friends are currently betting. Sharps also offers free transparency. You can download Sharps today on Apple and Android devices. Use our promo code TOM, as in THOM 661, to play Sharps today. Great sports betting community app for all sports bettors around the world. But that being said, what is your guys' best sports bets of the week?
So I mean, I didn't have this one, but since talking to y'all, I mean, for the value that's there, and when I'm looking at it, this plus 250 for the Tampa Bay money line is it's sitting right there, and it's calling my name.
Ooh.
All right. And I know I picked the Lions to win this game, but you're telling me there's a chance.
Oh.
That's a good bet.
You're telling me there's a chance.
So for the money, you 10 tones down for Baker Mayfield. Other than that, you call him a trash can. So for the money, you all in with Baker Mayfield.
Hey.
Put the rent money on the Bucks. You heard it here first.
Come on now.
That is some good odds,
right?
That is good odds.
Plus
I won't lie.
50 for the money line.
Baker's a boom.
He is. Is that your all right? So I'm gonna say my bet that I made. So I've come to the realization that anytime that there's a spread like the Ravens Texans game, for example, like a large spread like that, most of the time the over hits, especially when it's as low as it is in this game. I mean, I guess that's a credit to the Ravens defense, but you know, it's 43.5. I think the over hits. I think the Ravens could score 30. I think the Texans can score 17 or something, or 20. But I had a little 2-leg parlay, plus 195 odds or something like that. The over, and then I had an alternate spread. So I took. I got 5 more points on the Texans, so I got Texans plus 14.5. So as long as they don't lose by more than 2 touchdowns and 2 PATs, then we good. I mean, I could easily see the Ravens blowing them out by 28, but I mean, plus 14.5. I think that's I think that was I want to say minus 200. So that with the over in the Texans Ravens game at 43.5, I think that's a pretty solid bet. I think I put $25 on it, and I think you win about 75 or 80 or something like that. I don't know, something like that. But yeah, I mean, it's not a bad bet. I wouldn't bet it if you're, putting $5-10 on a bet. If you want to put a little bit more on something, then You could do that, or you could parlay it with something else like maybe the Packers spread. I like that bet too. Plus 9.5. I think that might hit. But yeah, here's mine.
The total, also another one that I like. The total for the Chiefs and the Bills is 46 points. The over for that joint is 46 points.
Dang.
I think 7 touchdowns could easily score.
Right, I'm about to say both of these have very high-powered offenses. I would definitely hit this joint. Also, the Chiefs are a plus on the money line, which is
they're the underdogs. They're going into Buffalo. That's why.
Mahomes never had a playoff game on the road.
He built for this. I just feel like he built for this. I can't say it for the rest of his team, but I feel like I'm sucking him off a little bit, pause. But I just think there's no situation that he can't go into where he doesn't look like one of the best players on the field.
Yeah.
I just don't see a situation like that for Patrick Mahomes.
Man, Kurt is teleporting.
I'm not teleporting. I was kind of looking at what I had, but I told myself I wouldn't be betting anymore because betting for a little while, you know what I mean?
I told myself that so many times.
That's a lie.
But I got Gus anytime touchdown, Zay Flowers anytime touchdown, and then for the I got Devin Singletary anytime touchdown and Nico Collins anytime touchdown. So I have those 4 for anytime touchdown.
That's gonna be a fat payout, ain't it?
Because I've been kind of looking at it, and the odds has been. Yeah, so I've been looking at it, and it's been like going up and down. So hopefully by tomorrow, we're gonna hope that it's you know what I mean. Get in there, but yeah, that's all I got for real.
I had a good NBA one. I'm sitting here looking at the NBA scores. I will never put a money line on the Bucks ever again. They were supposed to be playing the Cavs and beating the Cavs because Darius Garland's not playing. Evan Mobley's not playing. Well, somehow, someway, I'm looking at the score, and they're down 80-48.
Damn.
80-48
with
Dame no
and
Evan
Giannis playing?
Huh?
Is Dame and Giannis playing? No, I had something on Chris Middleton to score.
Damian Lillard's playing.
Hey, can you see the stats on that joint? How much Chris Middleton got?
Chris Middleton is playing a cardio game. He has 0 points in 18 minutes on the court.
Damn.
That's why I was sitting here. I was listening to y'all, but I was looking at because I was gonna read my NBA parlays, but like everything's hitting, but this Bucks and Cavs one.
Yeah, I got a couple of NBA parlays, but I think they're already going on right now. So it'll be a little too late.
I don't think Giannis played though. I don't see Giannis since so obviously Giannis didn't play, but dang,
his brother must be playing. That's why they losing so bad.
Hey yo,
bro, I hit. What's your bet, Tom?
Yeah, I'll share the rest of the NBA bets I had. So I had the Timberwolves and Pistons to finish over 223 total points. Right now, that game is at 213 total points right now with 5 minutes left in the fourth. So that was going to hit, but then the Bucks just messed it up. Who else did I have? I had anybody out there that wants to put the money line on the Hawks. I had them beating the Magic tonight. They're only down by 7, still early in the third quarter. And then I had let me see the Knicks score. I have the Knicks winning that game against the Rockets, but it's a close game because the Rockets were on a 1-4. They're 1-4 on their road trip right now. So those were my NBA bets, and all of them were going to hit, I believe, if the Bucks didn't lay an egg at the hands of the Cavs.
Man. I'm going through these scores right now, and I'm just seeing my legs just drop, man. I had 4 threes for Tyler Hero. This brother is 1 for 7 right now.
Wow.
Honestly, I'm gonna miss football when it's over because I don't mess. I mean, I bet on the NBA, but I hit more in the NFL than the NBA because the NBA, you got somebody have elite performance one night.
Nah,
Oh,
I
we're just gonna take it easy
Hey,
tonight.
I had a good one yesterday though. I had 3 players to hit 4 threes. It was De'Aaron Fox, Paul George, and goodness gracious, who that third one is getting out of my head. I can't remember the third one. Oh,
Yeah.
hit a fat bet on Sunday because the Bill. So I had a 7-leg parlay, and I boosted it by 50%, and I bet $10 to win like 250. Um, you know, in the Bills game, how at the end of the game they were about to kick a 26-yard field goal and he missed it.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So I had an alternate under of 49, and the total score at that point was 48. So he missed that 26-yarder. It saved my whole parlay. I
Mm.
had James Cook 50 yards, Josh Allen touchdown, Josh Allen 40 yards rushing, Bills money line under 49, Bucks spread, and Baker's over on his passing yards, which is like it was like 234, and they all hit. And that one missed field goal saved my ass. So I would like to thank the good old windy Buffalo conditions for that one, for paying me $250. I was definitely
Damn.
lit after that.
Nice. Oh, yeah, that last leg was Tyrese Maxey to hit 4 threes. That paid me out a good chunk of like it was like 125. It paid me out. It was
Nice.
nice.
I'm about to start cooking on the NBA again. I think that's my best sport to bet on. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna lie.
same. Honestly, because I'll be losing like a motherfucker dealing with the NFL.
Well, me in the kitchen. Well, if I'm cooking up an NBA parlay, you might as well call the fire department because I'm burning in sight because all the obvious bets
He,
never hit, bro.
he
They
got
never
burnt
hit.
mashed potatoes in there.
Yeah, burnt mac and cheese too. Hell, I might even burn ramen noodles the way how my NBA parlays cook.
That boy over there burning corn.
But I do have a good one for I made a divisional round player props though. I think this one's gonna hit. So the player props I have for divisional round weekend, I have Zay Flowers getting 4 catches against the Texans. I think he's gonna get going early. And that Baltimore Ravens offense, I got Nico Collins on the other side of the field getting 4 catches plus against the Baltimore Ravens. That's CJ Stroud's #1 option right now. Dalton Schultz, his security blanket, he's good for at least 25 receiving yards. Brandon Ayuk against the
Why
Packers,
do you
I
look
got him getting
scary?
4 catches. George Kittle, I got him going at least over 53 yards receiving. Rob, I do believe, like you said earlier in the segment, he's going to have a big game. I think he's going to be very successful in the passing game for them. I have David Montgomery being an anytime touchdown scorer. He's always good to score a touchdown. I got Amon-Ra St. Brown having at least 60 yards receiving. I got Josh Allen having 2 passing touchdowns against the Chiefs. $10 on that wins you $314 on the player props for the divisional round.
Nice.
So I think that should hit, though. That should hit, but I have my fingers crossed for that because $10 off of that should be money with all those players. But yeah, I didn't want to do. I was gonna do money lines, but like everybody I basically predicted is the favorite to win, so I didn't bother doing a money line. I
I mean,
might
if
do a
you
spread one.
double up a whole bunch of favorites, you get a little chunk of change off of that.
Mm-hmm.
You said throw what?
If you put all the favorites in a parlay, you might get a little change off of that.
I hope. No, I'm gonna check, but I hope. But based off of what we said tonight, I think I'm gonna do a lot of spread coverages for the divisional round because a lot of spreads that we talked about throughout the episode sounds good to make for a parlay.
Mm-hmm.
But we're gonna go ahead and wrap up episode 138 for you guys tonight. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. This is your host Thomas Tyree, Fred Harris, Rob Sarasulo, and Curtis Green signing off. Thank you guys for watching and listening, and we'll see you guys on next week's episode.
Yeah.
See ya.